This conference will now be recorded.
So today we will understand some of the other techniques of uh, Numpy. Okay, so yesterday we learned up to uh, how to use the shape, how to use the endim, and how to use the reshape. Okay, so reshape and all. Okay, so we use reshape also. So we use reshape to reshape the things, and we also understood how we can create empty array and an array with zeros. Okay, so all those things. Then today we will be understanding about uh, slicing concepts. Okay, so first we will try for, okay, so numpy functions. Okay, so numpy functions. So first we will start with the slicing. Okay, so indexing and slicing. So basically indexing and slicing, like accessing the elements. So you are going to access the elements depending on the index. Okay, so generally depending on the index. Okay, so now for example, if I just put it around here, so whenever I'm talking about indexing and slicing, so indexing means accessing the elements. Okay, so accessing the elements and elements according to the index given. Okay, according to the index given. Okay, so basically you know it already actually. Okay, so how, what you know, sir? So what we know, okay, so that you should ask. Okay, so you know that. Okay, let me open the spider also. Now, for example, I have a list. Okay, so for example, I have a list of elements. So let's say lst is equal to 5, 4, 9, 8, 7, and 6. Okay, now if I am saying lst of 0, what you are getting? You are getting the first element. Okay, if I am saying lst of 0 colon 4. Okay, so you will get 0th element, first element, second element, and third element. Fourth element you will not get. So fourth is exclusive. Fourth is exclusive. Now for example, if I am saying lst of 0 colon 4 colon 2, so now what you get? You get the 0th element and you get the second element. Okay, so you will not get the fourth element because 4 is exclusive. So you will get, so now for example, 0th element means 5, 4, 9, 8. Okay, so and 0th element means 5 and 4. So if you are creating this, okay, I'm sorry, just I'll try to make you understand. So LST, okay, so I'm creating LST is equal to 5 comma 8 comma 4 comma 9 comma 6 comma 7, let's say. Okay, now for example, if I'm saying, okay, so let me put the same elements, 5, 4, 9, 8, 7, 6. 5, 4, 9, 8, 7, 6. 5, 4, 9, 8, 7, and 6. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you that, so this is not new for you. Okay, so it's not new for you, so you already know how we can slice or index element. Now for example, if I'm saying lst of 0, so what I would get? I would get 5. I would get 5. Okay, now I will say lst of 0 colon 4. Okay, so 0 colon 4, I will be getting 5498. Okay, so I will be getting 5498. Okay, so now if I'm saying lst of 0 colon 4 colon 2, so I will be getting 5 and 9 only. Okay, I will be getting 5 and 9 only. So what uh, exactly I'm trying to tell you here? I'm trying to tell you that you can use the indexing and slicing techniques like this. Okay, so indexing and slicing technique like this. Okay, but this is on the list. This is on the list. So now we are going to take this terminology on to the arrays. Okay, so taking this technology onto the arrays. Okay, so in arrays, so we have a specialist function called slice. Okay, so we have a specialist function called slice. So whenever you are using slice, okay, so what a slice will do, so slice, okay, I'll write that. So we have, so I'll say slice. So in the slice, what we can give, so in the slice, we can give the start, the stop, okay, and the step. So what we can give here, we can give start, stop, and step. So we can use start, stop, and step. Okay, so what we can give here, we can use start, stop, and step. Okay, now start, you can give, stop and step are like optional. Okay, so now for example, if I'm saying, okay, so let's create an array here. We will not uh, make too much of fuss here. So we'll just say, okay, so we'll just say a of yes. So a of yes. So I'm creating an np. So np array, okay, np dot arrange, which will create you an array of 10 values, an array of 10 values. So this is the array of 10 values. Okay, now what you are saying, you are saying slice 2 comma 7 comma 2. So 2 comma 7 comma 2 means in general meaning 0 1 2. Okay, otherwise what I'll do is I will just put 11 comma 26. Okay, otherwise you'll get confused. Okay, so I will say 11 to 25. The elements are going to be 11 to 25. Now I'm saying 2 comma 7 comma 2. So if you just do this, what you are getting, you are getting 13, 15, and 17. How, sir, how you are going to get that? Okay, let's understand this. So let's understand this now. This is zero element. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Right? Okay. Now slice 2 comma 7 comma 2. So 2 comma 7 comma 2 means it will start at here. Now it should go on up to 7, but it should not include 7. 7 is excluded. 7 is excluded. So now the second element. Now what I'm saying, you go with a step 2. You go with a step 2. So you go with a step 2 means this value, right? Step 2, no? Step 2 means something like 2 plus 2. So you can say in that way also. Okay. Now again step 2. Step 2 means 4 plus 2. What is 4 plus 2? 6. So it will go here. It will go here. And what is the element that I am getting? I am getting 17. So what is the element here? 13 element, which is second element, second index element. Who is 15? Fourth index element. Who is 17? 6. So it started at 2. It got less than 7. It got less than 7. Like it is not crossing 7 basically. Even 7 is not included. Even 7 is not included. So, and it is going with the increment of 2. It is going with the increment of 2. So 2 plus 2 and plus 2. It is as simple as that. So this is slicing. So this is same as when you write a of 2 colon 7 colon 2. It is same as this. If you write this also, the answer will be same. But slice is a specialized function. Slice is a specialized function to slice the, so it helps in slicing. All the others you know already. All the others understanding again, it's waste of time. So slice is a new thing. Slice is a new thing. So we are understanding in that way. It helps in slicing the array. It is same as 2 comma 7 comma 2. So if you are doing 2 comma 7, 2 colon 7 colon 2, the meaning is the same. The result is the same rather. Yes, am I crystal clear? Yes or no? Okay. Now we will go into the, so all the other things are same. All the other slicing techniques are the same. Okay, so you don't have to look at them once again because we already know that. Okay. So 2 colon 7 colon 2. So the answer is the same. Answer is the same. Okay. Now, if you want a single number, you can do like this. So this also you know. Okay. So I'm not going to waste any time by looking at the things we already know. So if you say 2 colon, what will happen? If you say 2 colon, what will happen? 2 to end of the list. 2 to end of the array. Okay. So 2 to 5, you know all this, right? So we will look at what are important for us. Okay. Now, for example, I have a two-dimensional array. So this is what array? This is a two-dimensional array. Okay. Now let us look at slicing two-dimensional array. Okay, so this you can check out. Two-dimensional array. Okay, so slicing a two-dimensional array. So we are going to slice a two-dimensional array. Okay. Now what is A here? A is a two-dimensional array. What is A here, sir? A is a two-dimensional array. A is a two-dimensional array. So we are looking at a two-dimensional array over here. Okay. Now what is A for you? A is a two-dimensional array. A is a two-dimensional array. Now slice the element. Okay. So I don't want this. So now what I am trying to take from this. Okay. Now it's a two-dimensional array. You have to remember that. Okay. Now tell me what you are getting. You are getting an array. Okay, I'll give you an idea. So I can just put this in your notes. Okay. So what is happening over here? Okay. Now what we observe here. So one, two, three. So one, two, three. Okay. Three, four, five. 4, 5, 6. So this is zeroth array. I mean zeroth row, first row, second row. Again 0, 0, 1, and 2. Right? Okay. Now what we are asking? We are asking slice from. You need to understand the concept. Slice from first row. Slice from first row to the end. To the end of rows. To the end of rows. So that is the meaning. So you are getting what you are getting. You are getting 1 and 2. Means you are getting this section. Why you are getting this section? Because we are saying from one first row to the last row. First row to the last row. Getting my point? Yes. Okay. So that's how you are working with a 2D array. Working with a 2D array. Okay, fine. So then we are going for okay. So slowly moving down. So we will look at so now what we observe here. This is known as ellipsis basically. This is known as ellipsis. Okay. So this is okay. I'll just try to write it because these are some new things that you need to know. Okay, slicing using ellipsis. Slicing using ellipsis. What is this ellipsis, sir? Three dots. Ellipsis is three dots. So we have three dots. Okay. So what does the three dots say, sir? It will say, okay. So it will say from the starting row or ending row to the ending or starting. Okay. With one example, I'll show. Now, for example, this is my array. Okay, I'll make it easy for you. Okay. So importing is not required every time, so you can just ignore this. Now what is this array for me? This array is a this array is what? This array is a oh no no two-dimensional. It's a two-dimensional. Now if you observe here, okay, so now what it is saying? All the elements. Okay, so what is it saying? All the elements all the elements of the okay, let me run this. All the elements, okay, so all the elements, okay, of the which row? Of the 2 4 5. So what is 2 4 5? So all the elements of the so this is row combination. This is what? Row combination, and this is column combination. Okay, second column. Okay, so what it is returning? Returning array of elements. Okay, array of elements from the second column. So you need to understand that. Okay, return the array of elements from the second column. All the elements of the, actually second column means one, no? Okay, so okay, for your understanding, I'll just try to draw this also. Okay, now try and understand. So here, what is the array? Okay, again, what is the array? Tell me. One, two, three, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now what you observe here, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay. Now, what is the point here? This is like all, 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 all row, all row elements from the first column. So this is like first index column, first index column. So this is like first index column, all rows from the first index column, from the first index column. Yes, okay. Now at the, in the same way, if we use this one, okay, already we used that. So we use this one now. Okay, so this one we'll use. So if you use this one, now tell me what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? First row. First row, all the elements. First row, all the elements. So first row is the first row. First index row. Okay, so what is the meaning? First index row. Okay, I'll write all row elements. All row elements. Okay. Okay, sorry. All first index row elements, all first row index elements, all first row index elements, the meaning of that. Okay, so this is always row combination, this is always column combination. Second comma means, okay, so what you can say, so if I tell you the syntax here, what I can say, a, so this is row comma column representation, row comma column. So this is row representation and this is column representation. Yes, yes, all the column elements, or I can say all the first row elements, all the first row elements. So definitely it is column only, no? Yes, first column, second column, third column, or I can say zeroth column, all the column elements I'm getting or not. It's a way of telling, that's it. So if I say first row element, first index row element, easy, right? But what is the literal meaning actually? All the column elements from the first row, all the column elements from the first row, or you can say all column elements from the first index row. See, how you understand, that is important. You can understand that way or you can understand this way, that is up to you. Yes, this is called slicing for you, this is called slicing. Many ways we use generally. Okay, right. Okay, next we will talk about, okay, so one more example we'll see. Now this time you have to tell me what it is doing, what are you understanding? No, what is first representation? All rows, all rows from first column to last column. Now tell me, this is your array. This is your array. A means this one. Now tell me the output. Try to tell me the output. Okay. All rows means all these things. All these things. Very good. Next. From where? Means, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. From first column, no? From first column to the last column. Understanding my point? Yes, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're understanding it? Okay, once again, I'll just tell you. There might be confusion. So that's why I'll take off that confusion from your minds. So what I will say here, I will say, okay. So what I will say over here, I will say, what is the meaning of this? All rows, okay. All rows, all rows, all row, okay. Otherwise, I'll say all row elements from first row, from first column, from first column, from first column. So what are row elements? 1, 2, 3. But you don't want 0. This is 0, no? 0, 1, 2. This is 0, 1, 2. All of them you want. All of them means 0, 1, 2 you want. Yes, all of them you want. But what you want? You want from 1. How many are there? Here in this case, 1, 2 are there. Who is 0, 1? 0, 1 is 2. Who is 0, 2? Who is 0, 2? 3. Okay. Now, this is another way of understanding. Okay, once again. Another easy way of understanding. Now, I want all the rows. All the rows means 0, 1, 2. Clear? Okay. Now, from first column onwards, 1, 2, because only two columns are there. 1 and 2. Okay. Now, what is 0, 1? What is 0, 2? What is 1, 1? What is 1, 2? What is 2, 1? What is 2, 2? Simple. Understood? Yes? Okay. Now, if you want to understand this, now all the rows means 0, 1, 2. Okay. From first column only. Who is the first column? 2, 4, and 5. Because it is only one column, it is giving you an array. It is giving you an array. It is only one dimension, no? So that is why it is giving you array. Is that clear? Yes. Okay. So this is how you deal with the slicing using ellipses. Using ellipses. Okay. Now, can you tell me what is this? 1 to 4 and 1 to 3. First is row. Okay. So now let me put this. Okay. Let me put this. Different ways of understanding. That's it. Okay. Okay. Now, what is x here and what is x off? Okay. Right. So this is the x value. Now try and understand the logic here. Try and understand the logic. 1 to 4. Rows 1 to 4. Okay. Rows 1 to 4 means, according to you, 1, 2, that's it, no? 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Yes or no? Rows 1 to 3. Okay. Now column, no, no, 1 to 4, no. So it is starting 1, no? How you can take 0? You can't take 0. Okay. Now, 1 to 3. 3 is excluded. 4 is exclusive. 3 is exclusive. Try and understand. Understanding or not? So, 1 is to 4 means 1 to 3. 1 is to 3. So, this is column. Comma. Before comma, it is a row. After comma, it is a column. Okay. So, now what it is giving? 1, 3. 1, 3 means what? 1 and 2 only. 1 and 2 only. Okay. Now tell me what is 1, 1? What is 1, 1? 4. Now what is 1, 2? This is the base. What is 1, 2? 5. Very good. Next. What is 2, 1? 7. What is 2, 2? 8. Very good. Next. What is 3, 1? What is 3 2? 11, right? Okay, so this is what you are expecting. This is what you are expecting. Okay. Okay. Now let's run this. That is what you got. That is what you got or not? This is what you were expecting. That is what you got, or any other answer you got. Is that clear? Okay. You have to understand comma, before comma it is row, after comma it is column. If you are taking only one row will be taken. If you are taking ellipsis, or if you are taking only colon, it will take multiple. It will take multiple. Understanding? It's a way you understand the things. That's it. Okay. Now, okay, right. So now let us go for this one. Now you tell me. Now analyze and tell me. Analyze and tell me. 1:4 means. Hmm. Hmm. 4 rows or 1 2 3. 4 is exclusive. Second one always exclusive. Second one basics. Basic. Second one always is exclusive. Okay. Now how many rows? How many columns rather? How many columns? One and two. Right? Now tell me what is 1 month. What is 1 month? 4. What is 1 2? So what is 2 1? What is 2 2? Okay. What is 3 1? What is 3 2? Done? Yes. Okay. So this is what we are expecting, and that is what the answer also. Now you understood the whole technique. Yes. Yes or no? Same thing goes with three-dimensional also. So there you have three comma. I mean three values. One for number of arrays, second one for rows, and third one for columns. But we'll not complicate the things because this is enough. Yes. Okay. Right. Is that clear? Yes or no? So that's how you deal with it, right? Okay. Next is Boolean array indexing. This is also important. So when you talk about Boolean array indexing, in the Boolean array indexing, what happens, so you will be dealing with okay, let me copy all this. In the Boolean array indexing, what happens, you will be having, okay, so you will be having the conditions. Conditions means how you generally get the conditions in programming, by using the operators. Remember, by using operators. So what are operators? Greater than operator, less than operator. Okay, so we generally call them as what? We generally call them as. We generally call them as. What do we generally call them as? Comparison operators. We generally call them as comparison, greater than, less than. Okay, of course, and also will give and, or, all those things. Okay, now how we use that in slicing. So in slicing, how we are going to use them. So that is important. Now let's take this array. Okay. Now let's go for, okay, building this array. So X here. Now if you read the line, okay, so don't try to read this 21611 line. So try to read this. Try to understand what we are trying to tell the Python compiler or a Python interpreter. Hey boss, you take up only values which are greater than 5. Hey boss, you take up only values which are greater than 5 in X. Okay, so exactly what is X here? X is this, right? Now what you have to generate? You have to generate only values which are greater than 5. So this is called Boolean slicing or Boolean indexing rather. Yes, clear? So you can use any operator. You can use any operator. Now, for example, I want the value between 5 and 9. The value between 5 and 9. Okay, so I want what? I want value between 5 and 9. So x greater than or equal to 5 and very good, x less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10. Okay, 10. I want to include 10 also. Okay. Uh, 1 second. Truth value element any all. Okay. Why it's not coming? X greater than 5 and x greater than 10. Okay, so basic idea is here. So both are true. So false and true that won't come. So which values will come? So these values. So true, true are there, no? So that values should come. Then why it is not combining? Okay, okay, fine. So right. So and operator is not taking, no problem. So we can get by using single and that also is fine. Okay. So what you are getting here? So you are using and symbol. Okay, you are using and symbol. Okay, so that is I need to check it out. I'll do it later. So you are getting that also, right? Yes. So this is the way the Boolean slicing works. Boolean slicing works. Okay. Next, we will talk about array manipulation. Array manipulation. So we have two important functions. So this is something similar. I'll not talk about that. I'll talk about this too.
Sir, actually,
Hmm.
before we slice an array no, 6, 7, 8, above 5 values like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hmm.
Listen, why we call it Boolean value index? Because there is no and nothing is there, no sir.
What is this?
They, now there is and, but there is no and in the
This is
case.
Boolean, no? What is x greater than 5? X greater than 5 is also giving you true or false. So if it is giving you a true or false, it is Boolean. Yes? Okay. Right. Let me put this. Okay. So like this, you can work on the Boolean also. You can work on the Boolean also. Next, we are looking for array manipulation. So already we have seen one thing, but we'll try to again look at it. Okay. So what are the two things that we are going to look at there? We are going to look at array manipulation. So where we are working with reshape function and the flatten function. Reshape function and the flatten function. Use the new shape to an array without changing its data. So returns a copy of the array collapsed into one dimension. Okay. So already we have seen reshape. Okay. Once again we'll look at it. Now how many elements are there here? For reshaping, what is required? The number of elements is required. What is required?
Number of
Number of elements is required. Number of elements is required. Okay. So now how can I know the number of elements here? Now for example, if I'm saying len of x, will I get the number of elements? No, I will get the number of rows. I'll get the number of rows. Always remember that. Okay. So len of x will give you the number of rows. Okay. Now, okay. So this is like number of number of rows. Okay. Now x dot. Okay. So x dot size. X dot size. Okay. So what is x dot size? 12. What is this 12? How many elements are there? 3, 6, 9, 12. So len of x will always give you number of rows. And what is this 12? Number of elements. Number of elements. Now tell me, what is the rule of reshaping? Rule of reshaping. When you are reshaping, what is important? What is the size now? What is the size? Size is 12. What is size? Size is 12. Now if you want to reshape, okay, so if you want to reshape in 2D, if you want to reshape in 2D, okay, so if you want to reshape in 2D, it can be 1 by 12, okay, 2 by 6, 3 by 4, okay, so 4 by 3, 6 by all the factors, 6 by 2, and 12 by 1. That's it. Yes or no? Okay. If you want it in 3D, 3D, 1, 1 into 2 into 1 to the 2, 2 into 6, no? That's it. It can be 1, 2 by 6, 6 to the 12. Okay, next. 1 into, so now you have to know the three numbers which will give you product 12. Okay, so three numbers which are giving you product 12. Okay, now just we'll have two or three, that's it. Okay, so now 2 threes are 6 and 6 twos are 12. So like that we'll put one or two. So there are so many combinations, but we'll try to have only one or two. Okay, so because just to give the idea, getting my point or not? So what is the requirement here? The product must be 12 only. You cannot give any other shape. You cannot give any other shape. Now, for example, if I give 3, okay, so 3, 4 by 1. I can say, no, 3, 4 by 1. 3, 4 is 12. 12 ones are 12. So I can make it into 3, 4 by 1 also. I can make it into 1, 2 by 6 also. I can make it into 2, 3 by 2 also. I can make it into 3, 4 by 1 also. Like this. Understanding my points? Yes or no? So in this way, we can go for the reshape. In this way, you can go for the reshape. So reshape, okay. So now, for example, so you know 12. So 12 is important for us. Now I want to reshape it. Okay. Now I want to reshape. Okay. X dot reshape. X dot reshape. So reshape. Okay. So reshape. What you have to give? You have to give the shape. You have to give the shape. Now I want to give something like 6 by 2. I want to give something like 6 by 2. So now what is my RS here? My RS would be 6 by 2. What all you can give? Okay, so first of all, let us uh, take the reshape function. Okay, so reshape the array and you require the new shape. So here order is not pretty much important, but anyhow. Okay, so first we'll talk about the reshape. Okay, so this is the way the reshape will work. Okay, so what is the parameter here? The parameter is you can take the array. Okay, so you can take the array. So numpy dot reshape, or you can directly work on x. Like this also you can do. Okay, so like this also you can do, or else you can say np dot reshape. Already this we have done. So reshape. So whom you want to reshape? You want to reshape x. You want to reshape x. So x you want to reshape. So you give a new shape. So what is the new shape that I want to give? It is 12 elements. I want to give 2 by 6. I want to give 2 by 6. Okay, RS1. Okay, otherwise we can give 2 by 6 by 1 also. 3D. 3D, no? 3D also I can convert. Okay. Now tell me what is the shape? The reshape I am using in two forms. Reshape I am using in how many forms? Two forms. What are they? Direct on array I am using, and I am directly using the reshape of the numpy. Anyway I can use. Anyway I can use. Is my point understood? Yes or no? So that's how we look at the things. Okay. So this is how we deal with the reshape. Deal with the reshape. So whenever we are talking about the reshape, so this is the way that we go for it. Understanding? Okay. Right? Practice. Without practice it will be very difficult. Okay. Now going to the flatten. So when I'm saying flatten, so by name only you can get it. Flatten means you are flattening up the array. You are flattening up the array. So here order comes into the picture. Who comes into the picture here? Order comes into the picture. Okay. So we have two types of orders. What are they? uh, Column major and row major. Column major and row major. So we have two types here. So one is column major and the other one is row major. Okay. So now if you are saying C, it is row major. Okay. So if you are talking about F, so F is like uh, column major. F is like column major. Okay. F is like column major. Okay. Now there is K. K we don't use actually because it is like memory kind of thing, but we'll not use it. Now we will try to have an array first. Okay. So what is X for me? X is a which array? X is a which array, sir? What is the dimension? What is the dimension of X? 4 by 3. 4 by 3, no? Yes. Okay. Now flattened X. What I want? I want flattened X. So I will say np dot flatten. Okay, np dot flatten. Okay, directly we can use. Okay, directly on the array we can use x dot flatten. Okay, x dot flatten. I'm not giving any order. Okay, and see what is the output. What is the output? Tell me. Row major or column major? Okay, so row major or column major? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes or no? So what is the order? Row major order by default. By default. So by default it would be a row major order. Okay. Now I'll say fx1 and I will say order is equal to C. Order is equal to C. Now, did I get the same order? Did I get the same order? Yes or no? Did I get the same order or not? Why?
Because it will take
Because
only row major.
yes, you have taken what you have taken here. You have taken row major. You told. Here you did not say. If you say or not, it doesn't matter. If you say or not, it doesn't matter. So it will take up. It will take up, right?
Default it take row
By
major.
default, yes. Okay. Now we will talk about fx2 and we will say f. Okay, we will say f. So f. Now tell me what happened. You got column major order. So what is that column major order, sir? Column major order means 0, 3, 6. How, sir? 0, 3, 6? 0, 3, 6, 9. 1, 4. First column, second column, third column. Is that clear? Yes. So that is the point. Okay. So this is what is flattening for you. Okay, flattening means automatically one dimensional array will be created, one dimensional array will be created. Okay, for your understanding, once again I'll tell you: 0 1 2, then 3 4 5, then 6 7 8, then 9 10 and 11. Okay, now when you are saying C style, C style means what happens: 0 1 2, then 3 4 5, then 6 7 8, then 9 10 and 11, right? Okay, same thing. If you are taking F order, F order means 0 3 6 9 1 4 7 10, next step 2 5 8 11. Done. Okay, now next very important thing and very useful thing. Okay, right, access. Okay, so what we are going to talk about, we are going to talk about access operations using the access, so we will talk about operations using the access. Okay, so now let me go down. Okay, yeah, so operations using the axis. Okay, now let us understand this. Now there are two directions: axis 0 and axis 1. Okay, so numpy axis directions, very important, very interesting. Okay, so numpy axis directions. Now a little bit of confusion will be there, but once you look at some example, it will be clear. Now before all this, I would like to do one simple operation on x. So what is x for me? X is going to be 0 1 2 3 and all. Okay, right? Okay, now what I will say is, okay, otherwise what I'll do is I'll create one more array very quickly. Np dot array. So let us make it very simple. Okay, so without much, so that we can calculate on our own. Okay, so I want an array of two dimensions. I want an array of two dimensions. So wherein I will say 1 3 5, 2 4 6. Okay, so 1 3 5 and 2 4 6. So now what is my x value? My x value is which array? Two dimensional array. Okay. Now sm, I'll say x dot sum. What I'll say? X dot sum. Sm. Now tell me what I got. Why I got 21? Why I got 21? Sum of all the elements. Sum of all the elements. Okay. Sometimes you require sum of these things only. 135 and 246. Sometimes 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Now there are only two directions. So first we'll try with the example. Okay, I will say axis is equal to 0. Now tell me what happened. Okay, how you read this? How you read this? Axis is equal to 0 means what is this? 1 plus 2, 3 plus 4, 5 plus 6. Okay. How you read that? What is the direction? What direction you read it? You read it column direction. This is column direction you read, right? Axis is equal to 0 means you read it like column direction. See, your understanding is important. I can give you a lot of notes, but your understanding is important. So when you are saying 0, it is doing a vertical addition, it is doing a vertical addition. Okay, vertical sum. So it is your understanding, because as I'll show you notes, there will be a little bit confusion. Okay, but for now, I want you to understand in your way. Vertical sum. Okay. Now what is this? This is horizontal sum, no?
This
This 912.
x is equal to 1
912 means this is horizontal sum, isn't it?
plus 4 plus 10
Row sum, column sum,
and
row sum. It is our understanding. Okay, right. So vertical sum. Okay, vertical, sorry, horizontal sum. Horizontal sum. Horizontal sum. Vertical sum. Vertical. Vertical means, okay, like this. Sorry. Vertical means like this. Horizontal means like this. Yes, clear? Okay, super. Now going to the notes. Now we used axis is equal to 0. Axis is equal to 0. Okay. When you used axis is equal to 0, okay. When you used axis is equal to 0, now read the lines. Read the lines. Is called the first axis of the numpy array, runs vertically downward. That is why I told you, right? So you need to understand your way. So now your way and its way is same. Now it will be clear and it will be remembered for a long, long time. Okay, vertically downward along the rows. See here, vertically downward. It is saying along the rows and all. Now, sir, I don't want that rows concept and all. It goes vertically. It goes horizontally. That's what I want to know. But literally, what is the meaning here? It vertically goes downward. See, downward in the sense rows only, no? Generally, general meaning is rows only. Yes or no? Okay. But it perform which operation? Column wise operation. We are also thinking that way only. It is performing column wise operation. See, text point of view, we may get confused. But our understanding is vertical sum, right? Okay. Then what about this? What about this? Axis is equal to 1. So what about this? What direction? Is called the second axis. Axis 1 sums how? Horizontally along the columns. Horizontally along the columns. Along the columns only, no? The direction is along the columns, but doing a horizontal operation. It is as simple as that. So this is about the axis. Very, very important. Axis is equal to 1, direction along the columns. Direction along the columns. Okay. No, sir, I don't want all that things. I'll remember it in a simple way. Axis equal to 0 means, axis equal to 0 means which operation? Vertical operation. 0v 1h. 0v 1h. 0v 1h or v0 h1, in whatever way you want to remember. Is that clear? So that's how we work with the numpy axis directions, and these are the important functions. So we have two more things: merging, concatenating. So that we will see in our next session, and we will start pandas tomorrow. Okay, so we'll start pandas, right? Okay, so the merging, concatenation, that are two or three things left in numpy. So I wanted to do on a fresh day. Yes, and we will start pandas tomorrow. Okay, right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Saujanya. Thank you, Rasika. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, bye.